Welcome to the Royal Road School of Carmelite Prayer. At the present time, we are reading the writings of Therese of the Child Jesus in honor of the Teresian anniversaries being celebrated from 2023 to 2025. The Carmelite Order devoted 2023 to the study of Manuscript A, and that is where we will be turning our attention today. Study Guide 6, On the Waves of Confidence and Love. And please note that right below, you'll find a link that will take you to the extract that will be read now, along with a video. The year that followed my profession, that is 2 months before Mother Genevieve's death, I received great graces during my retreat. Ordinarily, the retreats that are preached are more painful to me than the ones that I make alone. But this year it was otherwise. I had made a preparatory novena with great fervor, in spite of the inner sentiment I had, for it seemed to me that the preacher would not be able to understand me since he was supposed to do good to great sinners, but not to religious souls. God wanted to show me that He was the director of my soul. And so God made use of this father specifically, who was appreciated only by me in the community. At the time, I was having great interior trials of all kinds, even to the point of asking myself whether heaven really even existed at all. I felt disposed to say nothing of my interior dispositions, since I really didn't know how to express them. But I had hardly entered the confessional when I felt my soul expand. After speaking only a few words to the priest, I was understood in a marvelous way, and my soul was like a book in which this priest read better than I did myself. He launched me full sail upon the waves of confidence and love, which so strongly attracted me, but upon which I dared not advance. He told me that my faults caused God no pain, and that holding as he did God's place, he was telling me in his name that God was very much pleased with me. Oh, how happy I was to hear those consoling words. Never had I heard that our faults could not cause God any pain, and this assurance filled me with joy, helping me to bear patiently with life's exile. I felt at the bottom of my heart that this was really so. For God is more tender than a mother. And were you not, dear mother, always ready to pardon the little offenses I committed against you involuntarily? How often I experienced this. No word of reproach touched me as much as did one of your caresses. My nature was such that fear made me recoil. With love, not only did I advance, I actually flew. O Mother, it was especially since the blessed day of your election that I have flown in the ways of love. On that day, Pauline became my living Jesus. I had the happiness of contemplating for a long time the marvels Jesus is working by means of my dear mother. I see that suffering alone gives birth to souls, and more than ever before, these sublime words of Jesus unveil their depths to me. Amen, amen, I say to you, unless the grain of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it remains alone. But if it dies, it will bring forth much fruit. What an abundant harvest you have reaped. You have sown in tears, but soon you will see the result of your works, and you will return filled with joy, carrying sheaves in your arms. O Mother, among these ripe sheaves is hidden the little white flower. However, in heaven, she will have a voice with which to sing of your gentleness and your virtues, which she sees you practice every day in the darkness and the silence of life's exile. Yes, for the past 2 years, I have understood very well the mysteries hidden from me until then. God showed me the same mercy He showed to King Solomon. He has not willed that I have one single desire which is not fulfilled. Not only my desires for perfection, but those too whose vanity I have understood without having experienced it. As I have always looked upon you, dear Mother, as my ideal, I desire to be like you in everything. When I saw you do beautiful paintings and delightful poems, I said to myself, how happy I would be if I were able to paint and to know how to express my thoughts in verse and thus do good to souls. I would not have wanted to ask for these natural gifts, and my desires remained hidden away at the bottom of my heart. Jesus, hidden also in this poor little heart, was pleased to show it that everything is vanity and affliction of spirit under the sun. To the great astonishment of the sisters, I was told to paint, and God permitted that I profit by the lessons my dear mother gave me. He willed also that I write poems and compose little pieces that were considered beautiful. And just as Solomon, when he considered all the works of his hands in which he had placed so much useless toil, saw that all is vanity and affliction of spirit, in the same way, I recognized from experience that happiness consists in hiding oneself, in remaining ignorant of created things. I understood that without love, all works are nothing, even the most dazzling, such as raising the dead to life and converting peoples. Instead of doing me any harm, of making me vain, the gifts which God showered upon me, without my having to ask for them, drew me to God, and I saw that God alone was unchangeable, that God alone could fulfill my immense desires. Amen. We have just listened to a reading of the extract of Study Guide 6 on the waves of confidence and love. And please know that below you can find a link that will enable you to read the extract yourself, as well as to watch a video relating to it. Thank you so much for following along. I hope this study of Teresian prayer and her writings is beneficial to you and to yours. God bless you. Amen.